That recognition on my part might not satisfy a sister Enid, whose experience has been told over and over again. You have all heard how she had to wrap her dreadlocked husband in mattress and lean it against a wall to protect him. You have also heard the often repeated narrative of the oppression and the repression. As a responsible government, regardless of which party was in office at that time, I know you're looking to my administration to help to heal some of those wounds of the past. I will be appointing a small team to meet with your elders to discuss this very sensitive matter. My brothers and sisters, Rastafari, its ethos and doctrine are also significant at a time when we contemplate 50 years of a movement that sought to unite African peoples and build the continent, the African Union. It is significant that we do so even as we celebrate 175 years of full freedom. Freedom to be, freedom to do decent work where we choose, freedom to worship in the way we choose. Remember, I come from you. Just remember that. And look at my color. Yes. And I come from the heart of humble beginnings. Brothers and sisters, Rastafari's contribution to Jamaican culture transcended to the realm of our most powerful creation, reggae music. Wayla is here. Maximum respect is due. And thank you. Through the substance and prowess of its most prolific exponent, Bob Marley and people like Bunny Wailer, reggae took wings and penetrated the depths and heights of the world. To some, it was the voice of confidence and determination, propelling us to get up, stand up for our rights. To others, it was the balm of Gilead, providing assurance in don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Yes, we are all aware that Rastafari, with its philosophy and promotion of Africa's redemption and its aspiration for peace and justice, was the foundation of the music and became, therefore, an important part of the image of brand Jamaica. This is why a critical element of the work we are doing is to move towards the development of cultural and creative industry policy development. We are responding to the call of those Jamaicans whose expression of culture have been of value, not only economically, but in the global representation of the Jamaican as triumphant, proud, and free. Yes, sir. Because Jamaica is more than a brand. It is more than a name. It is the pride of a people. As we contemplate our future as the 6th region of the African Union, and as we seek to promote modalities for deeper engagement with the continent of Africa, it is of great value that Rastafari already situates its Mecca in one of Africa's foremost countries, Ethiopia. As I arrived in Addis Ababa earlier this year, I felt a sense of familiarity and solidarity. I was pleased to meet with the people of Shashamane and other communities who have repatriated to the motherland. Minister Nicholson indicated, and we had told the meeting that someone would visit at some time to have further dialogue with the people in Ethiopia, Jamaicans now living in Ethiopia. As I walked beside the African heads of state, I walked with a feeling of pride and achievement, as though I walked beside my long-lost brothers and sisters. There I understood more fully that Jamaica's success meant a lot to our African family. They had studied Marcus Garvey, and their Pan-African modality was anchored in the philosophy of Garvey. I felt the bonds of shared destiny. In the words of Marley, again from his song Zimbabwe, every man has a right to decide his own destiny. And in this judgment, there's no partiality. Today as a people, we face many challenges. Among them, the quest to achieve economic independence, the need to re-engineer our society to promote a greater sense of community and mutual coexistence, and the thrust to attain sustainable prosperity for all our people. We need to return our society to one of peaceful coexistence, in which we seek more to build up each other than to consistently tear down each other. We need to promote environmental awareness and respect for Mother Earth. Yes. Understanding ourselves as stewards of God's creation. Yes, as I said then, I am aware that these are all elements of the traditional tenets of Rastafari. I stand here, however, grounded in one firm belief that in every situation of challenge, there are opportunities for innovation and creation. We are a creative people. My late good friend, Professor the Honorable Rex Nettleford, used to remind us that all we have is our creative imagination. In those words, he always assured us that we can solve all our problems. We can solve all of our problems and triumph all over our enemies if we use our creative imagination. We have always been a creative people. We have astonished the world by our creativity. My presence here is an indication that individual determination can stand in the face of tradition, and that we can positively alter negative cultures, one change at a time. It is the first time Jamaica is having a female prime minister. And if you want to claim me as your empress, no problem at all. To understand our identity as a black post-colonial nation has been largely influenced by the contribution of Rastafari. Our nation must be grateful and appreciative of this powerful force in our culture and heritage. I am pleased that the university is providing a space to have this important conversation. I must greet my brother. The both of us love each other. So you can tell them that Ras Astor, love run for election. Only that you run for a party that you can win. Too many of our children and young people are not exposed to reasonings such as these. As a result, too many are unable to critically examine issues to do with our culture and our history. Too many of our people take so much for granted. Too few understand the contexts of the very freedoms that they experience in their lifetimes. Too few recognize that the freedoms we see as simple and normal were forged and achieved through our ancestors' effort and diligence. It is our responsibility to teach them about the significance of the shedding of our ancestors' blood. Blood oozing through their skin, broken by the lashes of dastardly whips. Their sweat pouring down enslaved bodies, exhausted from hard, long years of forced labor. And our ancestors' tears running down the faces of men and women whose pride and hope for the next generation kept them going day after day. It is important to teach our people that those ancestors chose to take tough decisions in their fight for their freedom. They were not afraid, nor should we. In this, our 51st year, we celebrate Jamaica triumphant, proud, and free. Triumphant even now, as our athletes take on the world in the Russian capital. Triumphant and proud, as our national flag is hoisted time and time again in a stadium to the ovation of a band of virtual strangers. Proud that we have the fastest man and woman in the world over 100 meters. Proud that Hussein and Shalian from the soil of this country could bear on their shoulders the fortune and future of the world's athletics, and bear it with such grace and with such humility. Proud and free to become the people we are destined to be. We understand in that destiny that we will go through the valley of the shadow, but God is our keeper. Peter Tosh of Rastafari Foundation said it well. Words I often repeat with assurance. Jah is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Jah is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my keeper. My hope today is that this conference, now ending, will have provided us with the impetus to do what we need to do for our people. It is my hope also that the partnership that has achieved such wonderful output, as I understand, has been demonstrated over these few days, will become a platform for continuous engagement between the Rastafari community and the university and benefit the wider Jamaican population. Today, you end a week of discourse and engagement. The next step must be to use the knowledge discovered to set in motion actions for the continued advancement of our people. Today, more than ever, Jamaica beckons us, her children, to renewed hope and zeal, anchored in the knowledge of how we have been and what we can become. We go forward in the full knowledge that as one people under God, we will build Jamaica, land we love. In the words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, let us in shaping our own destiny, set before us qualities of human justice, love, charity, mercy, and equity. Upon such a foundation, let us build a race, and I feel that the God who is divine, the almighty creator of the world, shall forever bless this race of ours. And who to tell that we shall not teach men the way to life, liberty, and true human happiness. Marcus Bazaga. Blessings. Blessings to you. Blessings to you, my brothers and sisters. Love and light. I thank you.
Give it up, brothers and sisters. Brothers, sisters, give it up. First female Prime Minister of Jamaica. At this time, just before Madam Portia leaves, I call forward a second-year student in medicine who would like to give a token.
Greetings, hearing me? Greetings, brothers and sisters. Mama P, most honorable Portia Simpson Miller. Better yet, Empress Portia. How magnanimous a gesture it is that you could have come here taking time out of your busy prime ministerial schedule to come and share with us the Rastafari community. Now, I understand that this sort of collaboration, this sort of involvement have been sought with prime ministers before, but to no avail. So once again, Prime Minister, you have set yourself apart as a history maker, as the chairman said, a record breaker in being the first Prime Minister of Jamaica to have and facilitate this kind of engagement with the Rastafari community. And for that, we thank you. So I just have to say, from the deepest depths of our heart and from the highest chambers of our consciousness, I and I give thanks. One love.
I just want you to know that while he has a mom, I am his second mom, and so I have a Rastafarian son. Not just now, from a while ago, a long time ago. He is my son.
Thank you, Madam Prime Minister. You have set the tone for continuous engagement with Rastafari, and we give thanks. Dr. Julius Garvey, you just heard our beloved Prime Minister. I saw, Madam Prime Minister, the granddaughter of Bob Marley. She was sitting right here. Donisha, I saw Donisha listening to the presentation, and I saw like the locks was growing under that head wrap till you have to just remove it. So give thanks.
Listen, no, greetings, brothers and